Yeah, I'm delighted to say that Triodos is very much open for business. Even in the most difficult financial crisis we faced in modern times, we've continued to lend, and actually 2009 will be a record year for us. We will have done more lending in this year than ever before. And that's really for two reasons. Firstly, we haven't had the toxic debt that other banks have had. We specialise in lending to sectors and businesses that we understand well, or take the time to understand well. So we're not involved in sort of quirky, quasi, spreadsheet derivative products and so on. We're about lending to real businesses that we can really understand. And the other thing is we're an entirely independent bank, which means we're not exposed to wholesale finance and needing to borrow from other banks. So we haven't had the credit issues that other banks have had. So yes, Triodos is very much open for business. Triodos only lends money to organisations that can demonstrate they make a positive social and environmental difference. Now, that can be a very broad range of organisations in terms of their size. They can be small, large, they can also be fairly early stage or fairly developed. So it's a very broad range of organisations. We lend money to charities and social enterprises who are principally concerned with the sort of social issues that challenge us today. We also lend to a lot of trading businesses who might be involved in agendas such as organic food and fair trade. And then we're very committed to the environmental agenda, so we lend a lot of money to environmental technology businesses and renewable energy businesses. So there's a very broad range of things that we're involved with. And if people are in those sectors, then we particularly look for committed management teams, people who really believe in the values and are committed to that organisation delivering the sort of social environmental change that we want to support. But most importantly, we only support organisations that can prove that they're financially sustainable in the long term. Triodos is different in many ways. Firstly, because of who we lend to and the fact we only lend money to organisations that can demonstrate they make a positive social and environmental difference. But we're also uniquely transparent. So we're the only bank that will publish every year a list of all the loans that we make, giving people a real tangible understanding of knowing where their money goes. So we're different in many ways, but then you'd also expect to get from us the same full range of services that you'd get from any other bank. And you'd also expect to get them to a very high standard of service delivery from us, because one of the challenges of being a smaller bank is that you can't afford people saying, Triodos is a really nice organisation, we like what they do, but you can't afford the buts. So we deliver a very high standard on a full range of services. I think one of the other things that makes us really different is our expertise. Triodos has been around for now 30 years and built up a huge range of expertise across all the sectors that we deal with, not just in the UK but across Europe. And we deliver that in a very personal way. So if someone brings their business banking to the bank or lends from us, then they're looked after by a dedicated relationship manager who's there at the end of the phone, who will have a very good understanding of the issues affecting your sector, your business model and what your needs are. So yes, we're a very different bank and a better bank. Certainly, Triodos is an innovative bank. We're innovative in the way we deliver sustainable banking. We're innovative in the way we are governed as a bank. But most importantly, we're innovative in the way we use the money and how we try and help people. So Triodos financed and co-created the first two ethical PLCs in the UK, which are Cafe Direct and the Ethical Property Company. We also facilitated the first ever bond issue for a major charity in the UK, which is Golden Lane Housing, which is a subsidiary of Mencap. And then we've also been innovative in constantly supporting pioneers and entrepreneurs in emerging sectors. And a great example of that is the fact we financed Ecotricity's first ever wind turbine in the UK and have supported them to what they are today. So we've been very innovative in thinking about how we help customers in creative ways of finance, but we're also innovative in thinking about how we support specific sectors that are important to delivering the social and environmental change that we aspire to. And that might be through making cheap loans or more affordable finance available to those sectors. And we do that because we're not solely focused on profitability. Yes, we must be profitable and financially sustainable in the long term ourselves, but there's a balance to be struck between profit, people and the planet. If you're committed to delivering positive social and environmental change, then you should definitely be talking to us. If you're interested in a high quality, full service banking provision from Europe's leading ethical bank, then Triodos is the bank for you. And if you're seeking a finance partner that's committed to you in the long term and to delivering your objectives in the long term, then we'd definitely love to hear from you. Get on the website, get on email, pick up the phone. We look forward to hearing from you.